Welcome back to another episode of No Shifts Given. Let's keep it light and funny today. Let's just share some funny stories.
Straight in with my Cambo experience, which was, again, Cambos are absolutely amazing, but this part of it just wasn't. So we go there to set the scene. It's really beautiful, really tranquil. There's people there I don't know, because that was my choice. I wanted to do a group setting where I knew no one. And the facilitator says, obviously, things that can happen during Cambo. She says, the main part of it is you're gonna purge. You're gonna be sick into a bucket. Everyone's got their buckets, clear buckets, by the way. Everyone's been, can get sick, dizziness, blah, 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 this and the other. So I'm like, okay. And then she said,
I'm going to hold everyone there. Just keep tuned. We're going to ask a question. Have you ever shit yourself?
Yes, I have.
Now she'll tell you the story.
So basically, she says, worst case scenario, it never happens, but on the worst case scenario, you may purge through the other way. And I, being loudmouth, went, oh, imagine. You'd be so embarrassed. And there was one toilet, tiny little toilet, right next to everyone, tiny. So anyway, it continues, the ceremony kicks off, and I've had my dots, nothing's happening, nothing at all. So everyone's like, she's like, I'm going to take the dots off. I said, no, you can't take the dots off, I need some more, it needs to happen. So she put them on my shoulder then. She said, you feel sick? I went, I could feel something moving. My tummy started rumbling. She went, you're going to be sick? And I looked her dead in the eye. I went, I'm going to shit myself. Oh, the pain. At this point, though, I didn't really care what people thought, so I made my way elegantly to the bathroom. Yeah, I'm not going to go into detail, but this was not any normal movement. Let me just put that out there. I thought I was giving birth to Jesus. Let's just put it out there.
White chicks?
Oh, worse. You're on about no. Bridesmaids. Take that one if anyone's watched Bridesmaids. It was insane. You know what the worst part of it was? The worst part is that I had to do the walk of shame back to the group with an empty bucket. And I had to stand there, and everyone looked at me, and I went, yes, I shit myself. And they just clapped. It was lovely. It was great. Everyone was fine. But the level of embarrassment was probably a 10. So if anyone does try Cambo, 9 times out of 10 you will purge, and things will, happen like they do on camera when you watch
I've done it 10, 11 times, and I've never shit myself.
But me, first time, out it comes. But yeah.
What a connection.
What a connection.
That woman in the eye.
It cleared me sequel anyway, didn't it? I had to make eye contact with everyone after. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to die.
No one going after me.
I want to die, but I'm so clean. And I was like, oh, I've lost so much weight. So you win some, you lose some. But yeah, that's my most embarrassing story, and I've just shared with everyone. So yeah.
Thank you for that.
It's absolutely fine.
Let's get to have a look at what people have got any funny stories today, or what has come through. So, first one of today. A question for you both.
Ooh, let's go.
Did your friendship or relationships change as you healed? Was that difficult to accept?
Yes, they did. And you know what? I'm going to be completely honest, for the better. So, friendships, I'm going to be honest, a lot of people just went, they went. Actually, majority of people went. But what was left was the best. Because I was holding on to things, and I was allowing things to happen that, looking back at myself now, I don't even recognise that girl. I really don't. Relationship wise, like love relationship, oh, amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's difficult, there were some really dark times, but grow together or grow apart was a sentence that replayed and still replays in my head continuously from this lady, and it changed everything. It really did, because when someone wants you in their life, whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, sister, brother, mother, cousin, friend, next door neighbour, if someone really wants you in their life, they will work, they will change, and you will grow to keep you. And if someone is hurting you or doing something, and you tell them that, I'm not happy, I'm not comfortable, and they still continue, then that's a choice you've got to look at. That's a choice you've got to make, because maybe not. But I will say, yes, at the time of my journey, it was sad. I lost some people that were in my life for a very long time. But now the person it's made me is such a strong, loving, caring in the right way person, and I would never change that for anything. How about you?
Yeah, exactly the same. We're very similar, I think. Friendships and relationships, like you say, people grow with you or grow apart, and that's a polite way. Fit in or fuck off is my motto. But and that's not a big-headed way to be jokes about it, but it's coming back to friendships will change. You've changed. You are not you when that friendship was formed. You are not you when that relationship formed. And we have to understand that. And they have much of a right to walk away from you because they don't like you, this new version. And that's fine. That's no right or wrong. And we have to remember that. And I try and say this, I'm not the be all and end all, and it's not about everyone being friends with me or wanting to be part of me. And that's something I'm very aware of. They may not like the new version of me, but that's okay. And that's not on them, and it's not on me. It's just the way it is. So that's a difficult one to get round, and it is, like you say, some long-term friendships, but they were developed at a different stage of your life with a different person for a different meaning. You now are looking at things completely different. So that's difficult. Some will fall apart and come back together in a different way. Relationships is very difficult, and like you say, partner relationships, and one of the hardest things, and I'll be open and honest, is healing from a relationship that put you on this healing journey. We'll go into it, the questions come and then we need to go into it, but healing from someone and still being with them is one of the difficult things I've ever done. So yes, your relationship changed, otherwise I'd sit and be doing the same thing that I was doing and not happy with, or becoming the person that I didn't want to be because of that relationship. So things are going to change. They are going to have to change with the new you, adapt, but also be mindful, and I do say this to a lot of my clients, is you're changing, give them time to catch up. Just because you've chose to come and do the work, you've chose to do the appointments, they have to adapt to the new you. They used to know what you did. They used to know how to work that. You've changed. They're a bit out of their comfort zone or out of the water, and they need to have time to catch up. The question is, how long do you give them to catch up? And that is something you have to be mindful of. So speak, keep communication, but don't ever sit somewhere where you feel uninvited, unappreciated, and undervalued. Never.
And unloved.
Unloved, yeah.
Love's massive. Like, if you're being loved the wrong way, and everyone, I believe, in this world should have love, their love, whatever love that makes them happy, definitely. And if you're being loved the wrong way, there is someone out there that will love you the right way, and always remember that. Always remember that. And the main person in this world that loves you the best way is you. And if you're feeling as though this person's hurting you, no matter who it is, I always say, really, really sit, have a conversation, but really sit and reevaluate that. Because if they
you can still love people and leave.
From afar.
Of course you can
love and wish
people
you well
and
from
leave.
afar. You don't wish
how
anything
they
bad.
fit in, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely.
There doesn't need to be any fallouts. There doesn't need to be, and there may be because they can't take it. But it doesn't mean that you don't love that person. It's you love yourself more. But love is a big word, and I have a lot of people in, and they're not doing this, and they're not doing that, and they don't love me, and they don't. What do you want? So you're asking for something you don't even know what you want, or what is on your thing
what
to
is
do.
Love? That's a massive thing to ask yourself.
So
that question.
you need to clarify that first, and then people's expectations can fit around that, because we're always expecting everyone else to fit in, and we need to take that expectation off other people. You have to take lead of your life, your relationships, your responsibilities.
And like you said, what is it you actually want?
friendships.
When you look at your relationships, I mean, I always talk about it as an energy exchange. And a lot of people say, well, you don't give to receive. No, you don't, but you do a little bit, because if you're giving someone your energy all the time and they come back and it's just dead and it's just negative and it's horrible, and it make you walk away from that experience and you feel so bad and so down, that's not a good exchange.
Yeah. And if you're having more bad than you're having good.
Yeah, that's not a good exchange. So it is an exchange of energy. You've got, when you're in a relationship with anybody, you get something from that.
It's respect.
Yeah, you get something from it. You've just got to work out, am I getting good, bad, or ugly? And then you sit there and you reevaluate it and then make a choice.
So yeah, it all changes. But that's beautiful because you get to change.
And then what you're left with is literally, I look at it, when you start these journeys, It's like getting a blanket that's been in the attic for ages, and you get it and you dust it off, and you literally give it a good shake, and all the crap flies off, and then you see what's left, and it's something really clean, fresh, and beautiful. And that's what it is, and that's what you're left with, the really good stuff. That's a really weird analogy, but you're left with the really good stuff. But give your life a good shake. That's what a healing journey is.
It's not always the bits you expect to stay on the blanket, and vice versa.
You think everything's going to be great after, but it's really about reevaluating what it is you want and what you get from your relationships.
So thank you for that. Our next one.
Let's have a look. I told my husband I was off to a sound bath and a Reiki session. He looked at me and said, just let me know when they start asking for all your money. How do you explain your healing journey to people who think you've completely lost the plot? You don't.
My little brain's going.
Oh, you do. But you people, this is uneducation. This is what this is. A massive thing.
Yeah.
People think the healing journey is full of these woo-woo witches that sit around, and all you do is they brainwash you into thinking everything's great while they take your money on the side. And all that really is just uneducation. That's these people not actually doing anything, any research or finding anything about it. But in the grand scheme of things, if you want to go and spend your money on, I don't know, feathers and Pop-Tarts, then who you got to answer to? You got answer to no one. Do you know what I mean? It's your money.
It's a frustration. I'm trying to just rewire my words in my head before they just come out. But this is where the world we live in. You can go to a sound bath or you go into Reiki and everyone's got an opinion about it. But if you went to a bar and ordered 25 shots and a bottle of champagne, no one would question it.
Oh, they clap. They'd be like, oh.
No one would question it. And that's the weirdness of where we sit in. So decide what's what and where it sits. And I'm going to try not to get too personal with this one, because it's real gets under my skin. But do you ask every time someone goes and gets, or they in this scenario goes and gets something? The bottom line is there's fear there.
It's fear because he's probably thinking,
what are you getting, or what's going to happen when you go to these group? And I have that where a lot of people, they know their partners through their side come to me and they say, just make sure she doesn't leave me.
Because they know they're doing wrong stuff.
If you were good enough, she wouldn't need to leave. So some fear comes in there, but that's just a concept of life that we're living in. And I've been there, done it, tried to live the two and in between, and I haven't drank for over 5 years now. But that's how people are more happy to see you doing that stuff than going to put your money into a sound bath. It's a relaxation. Doesn't matter what it is.
They don't understand, Suzi, the way it's pushed upon social media and the way we're portrayed in just this world alone. People think it's crazy. They don't bat an eyelid when you take your medication from the doctors. When
£9 something for a prescription.
Or you go into the doctors because you got a sore foot and you walk out with sertraline. That's literally what it is. 9 times out of 10, you're being pushed this. Well, anything that you take a tablet for is absolutely fine, but you go to a sound bath or you go to a Reiki session or you go to breath work, and there must be something wrong with you. That's just the way it comes across, and I believe it's because the way this is all portrayed.
Yes, and that's what we're trying to make a change on.
Is the woo woo? Is the you've got to be doolally. You've got to. Oh, she's mad. She's lost the plot because
if your wife needs a break, and that looks like sound healing for an hour for whatever price that is, and she comes back a better person, reset and ready to take you lot on, then to me that's worth it, no matter what the price was. So we need to look at that on a different level. But also, when they start taking all your money, let's change this concept because it's riled me a little bit.
But I think that's because he's saying that it's not what it is on the tin. They're just trying to be money grabbers. I think that's his uneducated side coming in.
But that lady wants to attend that class. And do you expect that sound healer to offer your wife an appointment for free?
Yeah.
No. So it's a business. We all work. And the bottom of most healers, which is they care for people. They want to make change, they want to heal, they'd welcome your wife in with open arms and make her feel great to come and be the best version she can for you.
Well, you've triggered her now. You hear the tone.
So no prices for that, and that's why I do get that. There's no price that you can pay to become a better version, to become a better wife, better mom, better daughter, better anything.
But that's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if this lady went home, or man went home. We actually don't know if it's a
No,
male or
we
woman.
don't.
Went home and said to their partner, I'm struggling at the minute. I've just been to the doctors and I've got some mental health medication. What would be the reception to that? That's the question there. Because it would be, in this day and age, that'd be acceptable.
Yeah.
But going home and saying, I'm going to go and do a meditational retreat for 2 days.
Or a sound bath.
Or a sound bath. I mean, sound bath. Get him to educate himself around healing and what it can do for the mind firstly. Secondly, like you said, I would just, how we would handle that is we would probably say, it's none of your business, I'm going anyway, and if you don't like it, that's fine. But
or feel free to come.
Yeah, come.
Because one of the frustrating things that I do get annoyed about, people have an opinion before they've tried something. Tell me it's woo, tell me it's shit, tell me it doesn't work when you've been and done it. So my advice would be, enjoy your sound baths. Now I've calmed down. Have as many as you need. It just annoys me that people have so much control over other people's lives, and that's what I get passionate about. And it's so. But
then we have to remember, whoever this lady is, nothing against, but you are allowing this person to feel like they can have this control over you as well. So there must be an element of where,
and it's,
you've allowed him to just. Because it might be easier to keep the peace. It's just, I'll just let him carry on, and he'll just moan. I probably won't go.
But if you enjoyed your sound bath, please go again, enjoy another one. And if you didn't, and you're not going back, make sure it's because you don't want to return. But just well done for even taking the step, and just don't make that divide of not speaking out about going to do the things, because I've done it. Not talking about going to sound baths because you're fearful of that reaction. Please remember the reactions on the other person, and there may be a day where you keep going that they want to join and come and see what it's about, because they cannot unsee the changes that have happened for you. So that's another positive spin on it, people.
Absolutely, yeah. He starts seeing how great you are, and then he'll be like, "Oh, took all your money."
Proof's in the pudding.
Yeah, can I come with you?
Can I pay now?
Can I pay, yeah.
Next question we have in today is, my diary is always full, but I can't remember the last time I actually did something for myself. Completely drained, I'm constantly doing, but never really living. How do you make time for yourself without feeling guilty?
This is one that I am going through at the moment myself, and I'll be honest with you, I keep saying my famous sentence at the moment is, I don't have enough time. And that's my head. But if I put my therapist head on, I'd hear myself come back to me and say, prioritise your time, what's important. And it's so true, because without me, nothing gets done. My work doesn't happen, my clients aren't there, I can't be a good mom, can't be a good partner. The list is endless. And the most important thing in all of this is you. So if you're not making time for yourself, you're not prioritising yourself before absolutely anyone, everything will come to a stop. Because if you don't make time for yourself, your body will, and it'll be very uncomfortable and very inconvenient when it'll happen.
You need to look at why that is. Why you don't think you're more important than them people that are in your books.
You do get in a rut though, don't you? Like you say, if you've got, this is just me, I'm talking about myself now, but I'm a stickler for prioritising and have some time for myself, but I can get carried away, especially when I'm really into the business or lots of things are happening at once, and I could stand there and say no, I don't want to, I've got to prioritise myself, but I think that fear comes in that if you say no, it might go away. Or
so that's what I'm saying, you need to look at why you're doing that.
Yeah, go in on yourself and find out what it is. Mine is probably, I'm trying to please everyone and make sure everything flows. But I even said today, I feel like I'm in two worlds at the minute, completely in two worlds, and my brain doesn't ever switch off. So I know I'm now being called to slow it down and give myself some time. That's what I'm being called. Do something nice for yourself. Go for whatever you're into. Go and spend some time.
Block
and just slow
that time
it down.
out, otherwise it won't happen. But again, it's hard because they sound, like you said, when you are dedicated and you do obviously get something out of having a full diary, I'm not sure what you do, but seeing these people brings you fulfillment, or doing whatever you do for that. I get that as well, and you feel like you're letting them down.
You do, or you feel like they won't book back in if you cancel, or you're not there at your every point of call, and people are writing in, you don't want to ignore the phone in case, especially if you have got your own business or whatever that is.
If you're completely drained, you're not being the best practitioner or whatever you are.
You're not 100%, are you? And they're not getting the 100%.
And we're not saying doing it as frequent. I do it quite frequent. I am aware of my levels. but we're not saying do it every week.
Yeah.
If you know when you're nearly at burning, you need to take that time, and some people will push it to the max and then take that time, but if you can do small snippets throughout, you'll stop yourself building up.
Or you can even dedicate, what you could do is if you do have a jam-packed diary, you could dedicate the same day and time. I've just had like an epiphany. Same day and time each month just for yourself. So you can work around your diary and you can make it as busy as you want, because you always know that exact day, that exact time is solely for you.
But how do they do that without feeling guilty?
Because it's not that often. If you're 100% every other
you
time,
should never feel guilty about putting yourself first. You should never feel guilty about saying no. You never feel guilty about saying it's about me. I need to take time.
Creeps in though, don't it?
It does.
We're just human people.
We are human
beings. You've got to remember that.
Your time. You are the most. If you wasn't here, God forbid, yesterday, it would continue.
Yeah, it would continue.
So why don't burn yourself out to that point? It's not. We're not imperial. We're not.
Yeah, that's what I said. They wouldn't exist without you.
You need to. They should understand, and if not, unfortunately, you need to question that as well. But if you're not living, I'm constantly doing, but never really living. We're here for one purpose.
That's different. I missed that little bit at the bottom. You've got to live in is a massive statement.
Why be here?
Why are you not living? If you're doing it, if your diary, on the other flip note, if your diary is jam packed with stuff that's not actually making you happy, then you've got to reevaluate everything. Because if you're doing something you love, I mean, I'm busy, but I love doing what I do. So when I do it, I feel like I'm living. I feel like I've got a purpose. But if you're doing something you don't feel like you're enjoying life with it, then that's a whole different other thing, that is.
We're here to live. You get one chance on this time, this earth only. So make the most of it.
Absolutely, because tomorrow, like I always say, tomorrow's not promised. The only thing that's promised is right here, right now. Nothing else is promised. And if you're, I'm saying, on your deathbed, you don't go, oh, well, I did that for Sandra and she was happy. I did that for her and she was happy. No one cares. It's just you and your soul contracts and what you've done and your life flashed behind your eyes.
Remember.
So live every day as if, like you say, it's your last. And I don't mean go out there and start quitting your job and selling your house and moving abroad, unless you want to do that. But if your diary's jam-packed and you don't feel like you're living, then you need to reevaluate why.
Yeah.
Maybe
balance.
That job isn't for you.
And not feeling guilty, that's a programming into our body. We need to explain why we take rest. Rest is luxury. We had a chat about this earlier. Rest isn't luxury, it's bloody earned.
Necessity, yeah.
And it's deserved. So look at all the stuff that you do to then take a little bit of time. And I always say to people, we go into days. If you actually put stuff into hours, if you're working how many hours a week, just average 40 hours a week, and you want to take an hour, if you can't take an hour out of them 40, there's something wrong.
Or flip note, so I'm having the same conversation myself and I keep saying I don't have time. Someone said, why don't you flip your day and get up an hour earlier and have that, I mean, I love my sleep, but have that just for yourself when no one's up. So I'm gonna try that. But
that's you working around everyone else, and I don't agree with that.
But what about because that hour I'll be present. I won't have any distractions.
But you can be present. You're allowing the distractions.
But I get my work done, and then I'll have time to do what I want in the evenings. Go on, say it.
You fit around everyone else.
What's it? Just middle of the day.
I want an hour.
See you later.
Out. Yeah, I'm going to get something. That's boundaries. Yeah.
So you do this. When you're busy, you get to the point where you know you need a break. But you get really busy before that, don't you? So the guilt there. What would you do to say no? I'm not doing it. See you later. Right in the middle of the busyness.
But the busyness I get is my busyness. It's no one else's business. It's business building 3 businesses and stuff. It's business that I've chose.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So my hour in the day would be to do my clients and to do processing and the diaries. No, it's still doing the people. See, we're only human. Literally only human.
And it's programming. It's something easy to slip into till someone puts that out. If you need time, you need time. Whatever that looks. We don't fit around everyone else. Like, that's what you're doing. We're navigating where we can squeeze an hour in. If I get up earlier, no, I'm not getting up earlier. I need to.
It will be when it's big, yeah.
Because you're going to get up earlier for the next 40 years.
Am I not?
It's not sustainable.
3 days.
It's boundaries. It's where you're fitting in. It's taking the time that you need.
It's just, it's life's busy. It can be really busy, and it's hard to prioritize when you've got kids and everything else, and a business and everything else. It's hard to prioritize.
We lose ourselves first.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
without me, there's nothing, and I am aware of that. But even I still fall into the old patterns.
Yeah,
it is. It's just life. But you do need that break, and if you struggle with the busyness of the whole month, then give yourself a guaranteed slot where you know, okay, I'm busy this week, but I do know next week I've got that swim booked in, and me and my friends are going to the spa or what, and that's your time. That's your day, and that's dedicated solely for you.
Yeah. So I hope that's answered your questions. We still do it, see as humans. We still get diverted back to normal way and pleasing everyone else and trying to fit things in. And if, again, you can go down a whole different avenue if it's money rooted as well. So it's very difficult to fully get into that conversation, but I hope that's helped. And to see we still have different views on different things regardless, as it is, but doesn't mean anyone's right or wrong. It's just it is where we are and what we believe in. So that is all the questions from today. Thank you so much for everyone's submissions. Again, they are anonymously submitted. We don't know who sent these. We don't know some of the background to it, which is nice. I think that leads on to being very open for discussion. But anyone else that wants to be part of this, send in your questions. Please keep them light as well. It doesn't always need to be heavy. Life stuff, funny stories, anything you recommend for us to go and do some personal healing, and we'll take you along with us and come with us on them days. And we're open to having a laugh, living.
Whatever you want to ask, no matter how big, obviously. Well, I say there's boundaries, but I don't think there actually is. But if anything you want to know, anything personal for myself or Suzi, or something we've overcome, or you want to know a little bit more about it, something we've picked up on throughout the podcasts over the times we've been recording, then just ask us. And we're, like you say, what you see is what you get, and there's no shifts given.